Hey everybody, Quad Nines here, and I've got a deck tech and a pack opening. I actually went and played Standard at my local store this week. Went undefeated, quote unquote, so it went 3-0-1. We drawed in the final round, so we actually split the packs like 4 each instead of 5-3, so it's pretty cool. There's a guy that cubes with me from time to time, so even though he didn't know he was heavily favored in the matchup, it was a darker red, which this deck doesn't deal with well. But anyway, it did do really well against Jeskai, and like just the other deck was like a Thopter deck, Thopter artifacts with Ping, Kieran Nalar, and I don't know. It's just pretty like a fairly aggressive deck, but not as aggressive as like the Atarka red. Anyway, so this is like a Naya ramp deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forest, 1 plains, 1 mountain, 1 canopy vista, 1 cinder glade, 1 windswept heath, 3 wooded foothills. So I've got quite a few ways to go get red or white, even though I only have 1 mountain, and 1 basic mountain, 1 basic plains. I have 4 of the Shrine of Forsaken Gods. This is really good when you can have one in play and then ramp, and then when you drop your 7th land, it's one of these as well. Then you, instead of having 7, you have 9. So really good. And sometimes if you have mana dork in play, you have 10 with only 7 lands. 10 mana with only 7 lands. So really important card for the deck. I've got 2 Haven of Spirit Dragon. This also really helps in my main deck splash. So it can cast a dragon card, red or white. So 2 of those, and 2 Sanctum of Ugin. Probably, if the build was a little bit different, I would have ran 3. But with the build the way it was, 2 was fine. On to the spells of the main deck. Got 4 Rattleclaw Mystic. Card is really good in the deck. It does splash for red. It's good ramp. You can play it face down as a colorless creature, which it matters sometimes. Like if you have an Ugin out, you don't want your guy to get blown up. Play him face down. Whisper of the Wilds does tap for 2 a fair amount of the time, but sometimes it's just a mana dork you need on turn 2. Den Protector. I played this so they wouldn't always know what my morph creature was, and it's good value. Going back, I'd probably rather this be another Dragon Lord, but I was kind of short on those, and I was kind of torn between playing those and more like Eldrazi stuff. So 2 Nissas. Card's really good. The extra, find the extra land, and when you do flip it, it's just all kinds of value. Only 1 Hangerback Walker. Probably could have been 2, but honestly, it was just okay for me. I was like, sometimes I'd play it on turn 2 if I didn't have a mana dork, but if I'm tapping for 4 mana, I want to play a ramp spell. Anyway, Whispered Elemental, never drew it, never cast it, but you can see where it'd be good. It shores up a lot of the matchups where they get out to early start. You cast this and you get another blocker at the end of your turn, so it's 2 bodies for 1 pretty much. Dragonlord Dramoka, really big body, puts a big clock on them, plus it has lifelink, which, like I said, if you ever make it around 2-6 mana and you cast this, it does make combat really hard for them because you're going to be gaining life, and on your turn they can't cast any kind of spells. So Dragonlord Tarka, really liked anytime I could cast this, it usually wiped the board or took care of a Planeswalker, and then it's an 8/8 Trampler, so obviously really good. And then the card I like to cast a lot of, multiple ones in a game, Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Played 3, probably would want up to 4, but 3 seemed fine. Like I always had one, and I had ways of searching other ones up with the Sanctum of Ugin. 2 Wild Slash. Like I said, looking back, I'd probably cut the Den Protector, maybe another card, and play 2 more Dragon Lords, and turn these and possibly another card into Draconic Roar, which the 3 damage from that spell would be really big against like Mana Strider and other 3 toughness cards. So, but the Wild Slash was okay. 2 Sylvan Scrying, get that 1, whatever land you're missing, whether it be a utility land or an actual like mountain, to cast your Dragon Lord Atarka. Nissa's Pilgrimage was great in the deck all day long. Able to cast it pretty much. If I could find 3 mana sources, I could always, I knew I was getting to 5, and from there I usually get to 7 or 8, and just kept going. From Beyond, I would probably cut this to 1 main deck. Card is very good, but like I said, on 4 mana, there's just other stuff you want to do. This does kind of ramp you, and Ben will search up, like I said, Ulamog is very cool. Like I said, I think one of these would probably would have been fine. Hedron Archive, 2 of those. I wouldn't mind running a third one. Don't know I'd cut for it, but the card I always like drawing it. It does it's a good ramp, but it doesn't turn on your Temple of or Shrine of the Forsaken Gods. But being able to draw cards late game when you've already got enough land is just gas. 3 explosive vegetation. Every time I cast this card, if I wasn't dead, like on the next turn, I was extremely happy. It's just so much ramp. Nissa's Renewal won me a couple games, just getting me back from 4 or 5 life range, and of course get me up to the 7 or 8 mana for the next turn. Crater's Claws, I used it defensively a couple times, like burn a 3 or 4 power or toughness creature. Never got to finish somebody off with it, but was kind of put it in there in case I just had a bunch of mana and nothing to do with it. I might could just end the game, but that didn't ever come up. But I do like it as a one of. Wouldn't fault you for taking it out though. Then my last big spell are 3 Ugin the Spirit Dragons. Like I said, if you can get this guy, it could have been just 8 mana as opposed to Ulamog being 10. You can get this guy out a turn earlier usually than Ulamog, and he just tidies up the board real nice for you. Don't have many permanents. Occasionally you'll waste your own Rattleclaw Mystics, but at that point they've already done their job, unless they're face down, in which case they hang around. But yeah, I was really, like I said, really happy with the deck. A couple tweaks I might make to it. Quick, just thumb through my sideboard. Had another Wild Slash. Radiant Flames was very good. Oblivion Sower. I sided in a couple times, never drew it. Zendikar's Rule was like for a control matchup that I never saw. You're just land this and just get creatures every turn whenever you play your lands. Guy's Revenge also for the control matchup. Roast was for Siege Rhinos, which I didn't really see. Void Winter. This card turns off about 20 spells from the Jeskai decks. So if you're going to be that, might as well side it in. And their tokens can't block. They can't cast their Jace. There's just a lot of cards. It just turns off. So Dramoka's Command, didn't never really need it. I sided in once or twice, but got them to sacrifice one of their Silk Wraps, so I got back my Nissa. Anyway, just a Fog. Really could have used this. One game it would have won me the game if I'd have had it, but wouldn't wind up going to game 3 anyway. And then this was a card I wouldn't mind main decking, and it's Jotty Offshoot. Like I said, your worst matchup is a Tarka Red, or just super aggro. And this card gains you so much life because you're playing multiple lands a turn a lot. In one matchup in game 2, I gained, because I went turn 1 Jotty Offshoot, turn 2 Jotty Offshoot land. So that's 2 life. Throughout the course of the game, I gained 16 life, and when I won, I was at 12 life. So it pretty much won me the game. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the deck. I really suggest you try it out or some version of it. I'm going to crack some packs that I won. So I don't usually get to win packs because I never get to play at my local store. Usually if I get packs, it's because I just had to buy them. So considering my standard event was only $5, it came out pretty good. Go. Okay, Void Attendant. Sylvan Scrying, so good card for the deck I was playing. Slab Hammer and Wasteland Strangler. Eldrazi Processor. And we've got a foil Eldrazi Sky Spawner. So a lot of Eldrazi, like normal plant token. So nice foil there. I could feel the pack felt a little thick, and I was like, sweet foil, and it's good and limited. It's not exactly a valuable foil. But let me see. Grip of Desolation, probably the best uncommon in the set. Just has all kinds of value. Getting rid of 2 things, keeping them off their mana, exiling cards for ingest or for processing. Another Sylvan Scrying, another Slab Hammer, and a Bring to Light. So useful rare there, not too bad. Now the guy that I split with, I was trying to get 4 different characters on the cards for the front of the pack, but I wound up having 2 like I had 2 of something, and he swapped me Obnixilis for it, and I was like, well, I had Obnixilis, but we just kept it like this. So one of these was one that he had, and one was mine. So hopefully I opened up just something sweet like a Gideon or an Expedition, and I'll tell him it was the one he swapped me, because I don't really know which one it was, but that's what we'll say. That's our story. That's what we're going with. Catacomb Sifter. I've seen a green-black version of the ramp deck, and it plays this card which I can see has got a lot of value. Val Aggregate, Ulamog's Reclaimer, and Guardian of Tazim. Pretty much a first pick in draft. And an Island and Cyanide. So, last pack from these. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Uh-oh. What we got back there? Val Aggregate. Rising Miasma, which is a pretty cool card. Carrier Thrall. And a Fathom Feeder. Want this card to be better, but it's not great. And a Mountain with an Elemental Token. So, not bad. You know, nothing really crazy, but got a full and 2 pretty playable rares. A couple Sylvan Scrying, so good uncommons. Anyway, let me know what you think about the deck. If you played a version of it or not. But like the video and leave comments below. Thanks for watching.